Hey guys, so this is going to be the second video that's quite personal to me. Like I said, I would like you to take this with a pinch of salt and just see it as part of me rather than just, it being me. This video, I'm going to talk about asexuality. What is asexuality? Asexuality is a sexual orientation, so like you could be homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, like that kind of stuff, but instead of being sexually attracted to men and women, asexual people are generally not sexually attracted to anyone. It doesn't mean that we all hate sex, it doesn't mean we avoid it. There's a wide spectrum in the sexuality, so you can find like your own way in the sexuality, in the spectrum. Find something that works out for you, and to me that was a great comfort. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about asexuality, what it kind of is and how would you know if you're asexual. If you want to find out a bit more about my personal experience, I think it would be better if I write it in the blog post so I'm not like talking about it, because it's still quite a touching, it's still something in my life that I'm still trying to get to grips with completely. Asexuality needs to be talked about a lot more, because there could be like a 14 or 15-year-old male or female in school who are with their group of friends, and their group of friends start becoming sexually attractive to other people, like start having boyfriends and girlfriends, and there could be that one person who just feels so alone. They feel like they're broken. They feel like they're a complete misfit to society, when it could just be something as simple as you're not sexually attracted to people. Asexuals are often ridiculed and often treated as misfits, and even in the LGBT community, like we can either be seen as, oh well, we haven't exactly made our mind up what sexuality we are at, or we're just we're freaks because we're not sexually attracted to people. There's a wide spectrum in the sexuality. I mean, there are people in the grey area who may experience some sexual attraction, but not a lot. They're like demisexuals who can only experience like sexual attraction if they have a close emotional bond with the person. It's a wide spectrum. And people should not be so hypocritical and so judgmental towards other people. I want to live in a world where everyone's accepting and everyone's truly accepting of everyone. At the end of the day, your sexuality is just one part of who you are. You shouldn't judge people based on their sexuality, because that is just wrong. Living in a world now where the LGBT community is thriving, there's the prides, for example, like gay marriage is becoming legal in more and more countries, but we still have a long way to go in this world. I want to live in a world where everyone's at peace and everyone's okay with each other. I'm turning into quite the hippie now, aren't I? Peace, love! How would you know if you're asexual? Well, maybe these tips will help you. You could be asexual even if you find someone attractive. You can look at a person and be like, oh, they're pretty, oh, they're attractive, oh, they're nice. But you don't necessarily want to jump on them and dry hump them. Quite a way to put it. Look at the same way where you listen, say if you listen to a piece of music or you look at a painting and you think, wow, that's beautiful. You can find things that are beautiful without necessarily having that sexual connotation to them. You could be asexual if you're dating, even if you're married. Like, romantic attraction is completely separate to sexual attraction. But the media, like films and, like advertisements, all that kind of stuff, they generally put the two together. You can fall in love with someone without necessarily wanting to have sex with them. And I thought for the longest time that it was wrong to fall in love with someone and not necessarily have sex with them. It's like, oh, am I actually in love with them? Like, what's going on here? But you can't, romantic attraction is separate to sexual attraction. Even if you're not interested in sex, you can have that close emotional romantic bond with someone, which I think is incredibly important. Be asexual if you have children, or if you want to have children. I want to have children at some point in my life. I really do. The only way I would see myself having sex is so I can have my own children. I love kids. Because you say you're asexual, some people may think, oh, they're never going to have kids. They're never going to have like that experience having kids. Like I said before, some asexuals do have sex. Like they may like have sex, you know, with their partner who is sexually attracted to them. Like some asexuals are willing to make a compromise with their partner. And there are other ways you can have kids as well. I mean, there's like so many other ways you can have kids. Like people in same-sex relationships, for example. Because we say we're asexual, people instantly think that we're not going to have kids in our future. And that is definitely not the case. As I've just said, you can be asexual if you've fallen in love. Asexual if you've fallen in love. I think that. Be asexual if you get aroused, like getting wet. It's just like a natural way of your body reacting like to certain things. Like your body will just, it's what your body has to do. Like getting aroused doesn't mean you're like necessarily attracted to something or someone. It's just one of those things that your body reacts to in that kind of way. The main question asexuals get is, do you masturbate? I'll put my hand up and admit that I do. There you go, that's something you never expected me to say. It doesn't necessarily mean you're thinking about someone you masturbate. Like, it's a great stress reliever, it actually is. You just do it because it feels nice, you know, just that kind of thing. I think the main point is you don't need to have this sexual connotation for everything that you do. We live in a society where sex is everywhere. It seems to be like this sort of goal you're meant to achieve in your life, and for an asexual living in that world, you're scared, you're petrified, thinking, am I doing something wrong? Something's not quite right here, am I ill or something? It's no, you are not. 1% of the population identify themselves as asexual, but I believe that there's a lot more people out there who will relate to this in a certain way. As we're there to help each other out, I think that's why talking about this is going to help other people out there. Like I said, there could be a 14, 15-year-old like confused as to what there could be like a 30-year-old confused about what sexuality they are. I mean, you don't have to decide right now who you are. It takes time. Like, I didn't find out about this until recently, and it took me 21 years to fully accept who I was. I mean, I'm still trying to fully accept who I am. It's still going to take time for me. It will take time for you. Just don't lose hope, please. Please don't lose hope, and don't think you're a misfit to anyone or you don't belong anywhere, because you do. Because you will find the love and support somewhere, I promise. Be asexual if you've had sex, you can be asexual if you look at porn, you can be asexual if you haven't even done any of those things. Like, you can be asexual if you're a virgin. Just saying. Be aromantic. An aromantic is a romantic orientation where you have a lack of romantic attraction towards any gender, or you have no romantic attraction to any gender. Asexuality is different to celibacy. Celibacy is not participating in sexual activity through choice, whether that be religion or personal reasons, like all that kind of stuff. Like, it's different to asexuality, where you actually don't feel any sexual attraction towards anyone. All these different like romantic attractions you can have. I would call myself a biromantic asexual, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what the hell is that? I have been romantically attracted to both men and women in my life. I would like a romantic relationship with either a man or a woman, but I'm not necessarily sexually attracted to them. To me, it's about the person, it's about that emotional bond with someone. Sharing secrets with that person you never thought you would tell another living soul. Like, having that close emotional bond with someone, that's what makes me, you know, go, wow. Like, I would look at someone and be like, wow, they seem like an amazing person, but I don't see myself having sex with them. I don't see myself like being sexually attracted to them. It's just one of those kind of things. Biromantic is someone who's romantically attracted to a member of two different sexes or genders. So that's mainly men and women. Be heteroromantic, so you have a romantic attraction to the different sex, You could be homoromantic, where you have a romantic attraction to the same sex. You could be panromantic, a romantic attraction to all genders, like any genders, like transgenders, all that kinds of stuff. But demi-romantics, who don't necessarily have a romantic attraction to someone until they personally get to know the person or start to form that close bond with the person. There's so many. Can I just say a romantic attraction, it doesn't necessarily mean like you get given like flowers, there's hearts everywhere, you know, just like it's all like mushy kissy kind of stuff. That's not necessarily what I mean. Not like candlelit dinners and all that kind of stuff. Forming relationships, forming friendships with people is incredibly important. Your life can take a completely different turn. Your life can be written out for you if you have the support of a close friend or that close person with you. When I fall for people for their personality, for the way they make me feel, the way they remember like little things about me, like things that I would never expect them to remember. You know, people that are passionate about what they love to do in life. Just amazing people who like put a smile on your face, and that's what I fall for, like every time. I'll admit I fall for the wrong people constantly as well, like people who are not necessarily right for me, or for many kinds of reasons. You have to do what feels right for you. We live in a very heterosexual society where you grow up thinking you're gonna, like if you're a woman, you grow up going to think you're going to marry a man, you're going to have kids, you're going to have your family, you're going to live your life, you're going to grow old, eventually retire, and then die in the arms of your husband. But it's the 21st century now. So many people are being so brave and like sharing their stories, like coming out, you know, like gays, lesbians, bisexuals, all that kinds of stuff. It's a different world we live in now, and to be honest, I love this world. Like, you know, embracing what makes us unique, but what makes us whole as a person, really. I'm gonna leave down links down below which helped me through this part of my life. Really useful links. There's a channel on YouTube which is really good, Amelia Ace. So go and check her channel out. She's really great. She gives really good informative videos on there. And yeah, she's just really great, so I'll leave links down below. If you need to talk to anyone, if you need to talk to me about anything about this, like I said, send me an email, send me a tweet, all that kind of stuff, because like I said in the last video, you are not alone, and if we can just help each other out and help each other like find their own paths, like, and achieve what they want in life, then the world will be a better place. Thank you guys for watching these 2 videos. If they were quite personal and quite intense, I'm really sorry, but yeah, that's what my year's been like. I hope this doesn't change your opinions of me. I hope this doesn't change, like, make you think differently about who I am. It may do, but I'm still me at the end of the day. Those 2 things that I've struggled with in my life are just part of who I am, and I'm fighting so hard to, you know, get through it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hearts to everyone out there. Love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.